Hey guys! So a couple of school/academic updates this week. First off, a couple of papers that I was a co-author on were actually published this week in a special edition of this bulletin for the American Meteorological Society. The issue basically focused on extreme climate events that happened in the last year. The two papers that I was a co-author on are about severe precipitation in India and also about how extreme the California drought was last year. The paper about the California drought has been getting crazy amounts of media attention. Like, it's been in 90 different media outlets, and my friend, who's the main collaborator, he has been getting interviews and phone calls and stuff with BBC and just a bunch of people. He's been getting a lot of attention because it's kind of a big deal, but also from a lot of climate skeptics who are saying he's totally wrong and they're trying to show that he's a terrible person or something. But anyway, he's a really big celebrity in climate science right now. I don't know as much about the sciencey stuff. I mostly just did the back end statistical analyses and things to support the scientific stuff. I don't really know the science, so I'm kind of glad that I'm not in the limelight right now, and I don't really want that attention. But academically speaking, it is a big deal for me too, because I'm a co-author on the papers, and also my name was mentioned once in the Stanford News. The other update this week is that I went to a career fair on campus. There were a lot of techie companies there, a lot of big names, and a lot of smaller names that I knew nothing about. It was kind of cool to see all the different companies that were looking for people, especially the companies that were looking for data science and data analyst people or statisticians like me. But it's also really overwhelming because I actually don't really know what I want to do after I graduate. I could stay in academia, but I'm not entirely sure how much I like research. And also, any climate science that I do would probably be controversial, and I don't want all that media attention. I definitely like teaching more than research, but teaching is not why people stay in academia. So I saw some companies at the career fair who actually do some statistical consulting, which is kind of like teaching, but it's sort of for corporations or companies. They basically would come to me with their data and their problems and then be like, okay, what statistical analysis did I do on this data for this particular problem? That to me is a little bit kind of a combination between industry and teaching. So that's definitely a possibility, but I'm not entirely sure how well I'm suited for it or if I have the right experience. Anyway, there's an info session next week for one of the companies that I was interested in, so I might try to go to that and I'll see if maybe it sparks my interest or maybe I'm actually well suited for their company. Oh, and one last thing. My friend Kelsey, her book Damsel Distress is coming out in a couple weeks, and it was just announced recently that her book won gold in the general young adult category for the Moonbeam Children's Book Award, which is amazing. So congratulations, Kelsey. I'm super happy for you. I'm so proud of you. I cannot wait to get my physical copy, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I pre-ordered that thing in February. I know you put so much work and effort into it, and it's going to pay off so much. It's going to be great. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope you guys are all doing super well, and I'll see you guys next week. You're amazing, you're wonderful, and you are loved. I'm totally winning. Bye.